Rhys Williams, and I'm a mayor candidate for the Mandurah elections this October. So I grew up in Mandurah. I've lived here, almost my whole life since I was about 7, and went to local schools here, have created employment here for myself and for other people. I really love this place, and I guess I've had the opportunity to be supported by this sort of village. Mandurah's got that great village feel about it. And what I want to make sure as mayor is that other people and generations to come have that same sort of opportunity. Like most people that live here in Mandurah, I love this place, and it means a lot to me, as it does to a lot of people. I think there's an opportunity over the next decade to really reshape Mandurah's story as a regional centre with lots of culture and abundance of opportunities for the people that live here. But I think it's about recognising that requires a lot of facilitation and doesn't just happen unintentionally. And so I think the role of mayor, if it's tackled in the right way, seen not as a ceremonial role, but a role of leadership and contribution to getting that stuff done, can really have a big impact on shaping that story for the future. I guess the last 10 years of my life has been really committed to trying to work out how you do strengthen community, and in particular in a place like Mandurah. When I was 17, I started a non-profit organisation focused on doing just that, on community building. And I've worked in more than 100 communities across Australia and internationally, all focused on how you pull the right levers to be able to assist a community to grow in the right direction. And that's led me to have some pretty amazing experiences and to learn a lot of things. Being here in Mandurah, it was about initially getting a health promotion project for young people, a Mandurah-based project, and expanding it across Western Australia that gives kids the chance to make healthier lifestyle choices. Then I guess it was about trying to give young people in general the opportunity to find a sense of purpose through leadership development. And a few years after that, we opened Make Place, which was really about trying to grow on a large level a more aspirational culture here in Mandurah. So I guess there's that experience with that organisation. I was also an elected member of the City of Mandurah for 4 years, from 2009 till 2013. So I understand the functions of local government, I understand how local government works, but I also, having been out of that for 4 years, have a good understanding of what local government can be if it's led with the right vision. It was an amazing experience running for mayor in 2013. I'd been on council for 4 years and made the decision that I had something to offer as mayor. And so, we ran a campaign. There were 7 of us as candidates, and no incumbent mayor, the former mayor, the great Paddy Creevy, had decided to retire. And it was a real ball game. And on the election night, the 19th of October 2013, after the first count, I was elected. I won the election, and by 2 votes, and so I was the mayor-elect for 27 minutes, and nothing terrible went wrong. And on a recount, they found a couple more of my votes and a few more than that of my opponent, and so I lost by 2 votes. And it was the closest election in WA history, and an amazing experience. But I decided, 4 years has gone by and I've learnt a lot, and I'm ready to give it another crack. In the last 4 years, having not been on council, I've really had the opportunity, I guess, to work a lot in other communities, get out and see how you do create that stronger sense of community. Here in Mandurah, setting up Make Place was a really big achievement, I think, and also chairing local boards like the Mandurah Performing Arts Centre and John Tonkin College, giving me that kind of holistic sense of how engaged this community can be. But it's also given me the chance to work on an international scale. I'm an ambassador for the One Young World Global Leaders Summit, which is 1,000 young leaders from across the world that get together every year and hear from and engage with some of the world's most prominent leaders. And so I guess learning from those people like Secretary Generals of the UN and former presidents of large countries and big companies, being able to learn from those sorts of people, I think, has really expanded my thinking and helped me to really understand that the way that you really create stronger community, the way that you really tackle challenges that have existed for a long time is through new thinking, a shared vision, having that courageous leadership, and also understanding that leadership is not an island, and it's very much about how you engage and connect to the community, develop that shared vision so that people come along for the ride. So one of the things that I'm really keen to drive is a strengthening neighbourhood program, where the council might look at existing groups or setting up new groups in neighbourhoods from the north to the south of Mandurah, enabling those groups with a bit of training and some grant funding, so that they can drive their own little neighbourhood building programs, whether that be street parties or whether it be little neighbourhood markets, or it might be putting in some community infrastructure. But instead of council or other groups that live outside of those neighbourhoods just dropping things in over the top, actually having those groups sort of create those opportunities for themselves. I think the next 10 years is going to be a really important time for Mandurah. We really are at a crossroads. Are we going to be an outer metropolitan suburb of Perth, or is this going to be a city of substance with an identity that people are proud of and that are connected to? That new story, if you like, that is already starting to emerge and evolve, but that needs to be focused and really driven with strong leadership. I think with the experiences that I've had working in communities, as I said, in a lot of different places, mixed with a really deep understanding of the opportunities and challenges that exist in this community, I think that puts me in a good position to be able to work with local people to drive that vision to become a reality, and that's why I'm running for mayor.